Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh dan selamat pagi, a very good morning to all. Alhamdulillah, sekali lagi ya kita bersiaran lagi pada hari ini secara live dari CAES. Alright, so untuk mengikuti satu lagi sesi Scholar Talk yang ke-6. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, thanks for Allah SWT for giving us opportunity today untuk kita menghadiri sesi kita hari ini. So on behalf of Center of Academic Excellence and Scholarship, CAES, we would like to welcome you all to this webinar session today. So my name is Khairul bin Ibrahim and will be your host and moderator for today's session. So today's session is entitled Introduction to Market Research for Academics, Tips and Guide, which will be presented by our speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Juhaini binti Jabar from the Faculty of Technology Management and Entrepreneurship, FPTT UTeM. So Assalamualaikum and welcome PM Juhaini. Apa khabar? Baik.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, thank you for accepting our
fine.
invitation. Alright, so before we start, let's begin our session today dengan ulumul kitab Al-Fatihah. Alhamdulillah. Ya, kana abudu wa Siratal ladzina an'amta. Ya, alhamdulillah, semua alhamdulillah. So kita bersyukur kepada Allah SWT dan kita sama-sama berdoa lah so that our session today will be smooth sailing and we bring us benefit to us insyaAllah. So kalau boleh kita mohon kepada semua partisipan kita mohon untuk mungkin onkan sebentar you guys punya kamera, video kamera untuk maybe PM Juhaini boleh tengok siapa peserta kita hari ini. Mungkin ada yang kenal, ada yang mungkin tak berapa kenal, ada yang mungkin baru balik belajar ke. Ya, kita ada Encik Dr. Muhammad Aidil lah. Okey, terima kasih Dr. Aidil. Okay, for showing. Kita ada juga PM Dr. Jariah di sini. PM Jariah ada nak bagi some short note ke? Opening remark.
Tak apa, terima kasih. Kita dah.
Kita ada tuan kita juga Prof Rabia kat sini. Thank you very much Prof Rabia for attending this session. So semua sini dengan insyaAllah niat kita nak belajar something to learn something from our expert here, PM Dr. Juhaini on market research. Semua tertanya-tanya, tak sabar-sabar nak tahu apa yang PM Juhaini nak sharekan hari ini. InsyaAllah, semoga apa yang dia akan sharekan kita boleh ambil manfaat insyaAllah. So terima kasih semua for sharing your camera. And insyaAllah, so we begin. Before we begin, saya akan introducekan sikit lah. Mungkin ada yang staff sini yang mungkin belum mengenali beliau. So PM Dr. Juhaini Jabar is currently the Dean, the Dekan of the Faculty of Technology Management and Entrepreneurship, FPTT at UTeM. Okay. She has held several managerial posts before, including the Director of Center of Enterprise and Entrepreneurship Development, or CREATE, UTeM. In terms of her education background, she completed her PhD in Business and Management from University of South Australia, in 2011. And previously, she completed her MBA from UTeM and bachelor degree in Business Administration, majoring in Finance from UPM. So a little bit of a research interest. That her main research interest is basically in technology and innovation adoption in people and organization. As specifically, her passion is basically in developing models and to cultivate future wealth creators through innovation and technology, which involve process of how to inculcate entrepreneurial mindset among students as well as professionals. So it's a very big passion there, inshallah. I hope that he is still pursuing her passion and giving a benefit to the society, inshallah. So without further ado, I would like to welcome again PM Dr. Juhaini to this session. And inshallah, so without waiting, we'd like to turn over to you, PM Juhaini. Okay, bismillah.
Alhamdulillah, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. Thank you Dr. Khairul for the very nice introduction and also for being the moderator for today. First of all, I would like to thank CAES especially for inviting me, PM Jariah and also PM Mariam. She has contacted me yesterday as well. So thank you so much. I feel really welcome today. I would also like to extend a very Big thank you to the deans. Yeah, I know they are currently having a meeting now regarding convocation. So thank you so much for also joining sambil-sambil tu. And special thanks to all, yeah, especially FPTT staff and also UTeM staff, students, and those who are here today on a Friday morning. Okay, so hopefully today I'm going to share some things. Inshallah, I'm not the total expert in this field. There are other people who are more an expert in marketing, but what I'm going to share with you is something that through my experience and readings and those that I can think will give at least some tips and guides for us if we want to conduct market research. Okay, so I would like to share my slides. So, okay. Can everyone see my slides clearly? Okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay, and I'm going to use the chat box, so I hope that we will have like a very interactive session, and there are some questions. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box. And if you want to switch on your mic and ask questions, also you may do so. Kan? Moderator boleh kan macam tu sambil-sambil? Okay,
Boleh.
thank you so
Kita
much.
santai tapi sampai insyaAllah.
All right, so I have until 11, inshallah, okay, for my session. So, so thank you so much again for inviting me for this series. I feel really honored to be part of this Scholar Talk series. And hello again, this is me, and I really like for you all to address me as Dr. J, because since I came back from Uni SA with my PhD. This is the name that actually FPTT staff gave to me. Okay, they say that, okay, maybe Juhaini is a long name, so we'll call you Dr. J. So I like it. It has a very good ring to it, and all my students and my colleagues call me Dr. J. So feel free to address me as Dr. J during this session. So the current presentation content, so I only have three major things to share with you. So first of all, I will share what market research is, the definition, the broad definition. Secondly, we will look into why should we conduct a market research. And when we say why, we also linked to who should conduct a market research and when should we conduct this research. And the third one is how to conduct a market research. So during this session, we only have 1 hour. So basically, I will share with you the initial stage of conducting a market stage, or some practical elements that maybe all of us can take away from this session. Okay, so let's move to the first part. So basically market research, and I think many of us here already know what market research is. You can simply Google it, or you I've also put it up and CAES also have put it up in the synopsis of the program, so you can also read it from there. So basically what market research is it's an activity or something that you do when you gather information from consumers. Okay, so when we gather information, what do we want from the consumers is the needs and wants of the consumers as well as their preferences. So basically, market research is looking into what the market needs, okay, what is currently the market needs. And the 4 common types of market research techniques include surveys, interviews, focus groups, and customer observation. So in the field of business and social sciences, these are the techniques that we usually use for our research as well, not only in market research. And when we look into humans and people, these are the ways that we can collect the data. So it's really different from engineering or other fields in terms of data collection. Okay, so just a little bit on the market research process. Okay, so basically market research has 6 elements. First, you need to define the problem. Okay, then once you have defined the problem, you will look into what are the approaches that you want to solve this problem. Then you designed the way you to solve the problems. From there, you then decide on how to collect the data, you will process the data, and finally you will analyze and report the data. So in big organizations or companies, yeah, with big names and brands, usually their market research report can go to hundreds of pages, okay, because they need to be very thorough and they need to come up with strategies on how the company will move forward and what are the advertising and promotional strategies that they need to embark on. But for today's topic, or for today's session, I will maybe, inshallah, give you a template, okay, just a one-page template for to summarize the market research elements, okay, and this template or tools, you can utilize it similar as conducting the market research process, okay. So you don't need to do hundreds of pages as an academic, yeah, every time, okay. So then secondly, let's move on to the next topic. So this is we want to look into why we need to conduct market research. So basically, if many of you here, maybe you can type in the chat box, what is your field, your current field, okay? Are you sorry, tertekan video tutup lah, eh? Are you in the management field, or are you in the engineering field, or are you in other types, languages or arts and so on? Can you help me to type in the chat box so that I know what your background is? Okay, so basically when we say market research, we will think about, or maybe market research should only be conducted by people who are in the field of marketing. But market research, or the tools that I'm going to share with you, you can also utilize it although you don't have any products, okay? You can utilize it in your work, daily work activities, or when you want to make a decision, okay? Okay, thank you so much. Some of them have already answered. Okay, so just to tease you a little bit. So a professor from Harvard Business School has said that a lot of new products have failed in the market. Okay, either they have failed to be introduced in the market, or when they enter the market, they failed. Can you answer in the chat box, how many percentage do you think new products that have been introduced to the market fail? Siapa nak cuba? Boleh tembak atau nak cuba Google pun boleh. Can anyone? Okay, 10% Dr. Khairul. Anyone else? Siapa nak teka? 60% Dr. Fauzi. Thank you for guessing. 80% and maybe one more. Anyone wants to try? Ada? Satu lagi? 40%. Okay, so the answer is 95%. Yang paling hampir ialah TS Fakrullah. Thank you so much. So actually it's a very staggering number. It's a very huge number. 95% of new products failed. And we are not talking about small businesses alone. We are talking about large organizations. So if you can see here, there are three pictures that I'm sharing with you with big names. One is Kodak. Kodak, bahasa Melayu kita Kodak lah, kalau orang putih dia cakap Kodak, kan? So Kodak ni they failed to capture the changes in the market. So I think most of you know that digital camera started to be introduced in the market in 1975 actually. So the first prototype, or the first version of the digital camera, if you can see here dalam bentuk box ni, dulu-dulu punya camera, is first introduced in 1975. So Kodak refused to jump into this bandwagon. Dia kata dia is very ahead lah in the market, so we don't want to move to the digital camera punya technology because we are doing very well. So then once we go into the year 2000s, Kodak has ketinggalan, dia dah ketinggalan, and this cost their company around 10 billion US dollars kerugian, because they are unable to move with the market. And the second picture is 3D Smart TV. So these are two TVs, one are from LG and the other one is actually Sony. So this is a market flop. A disaster new product. So when Avatar movie came out, and it was a very huge success using the 3D approach, these big names, LG and Sony, think that, okay, let's introduce this new product so that people can watch 3D movies at home. Okay, but what they don't know, because they don't conduct a proper market research, is that people don't want to watch 3D at home because they, 3D is an experience that they want to experience in the movie theaters. So this resulted in produk ni tamat. Tak ada dikeluarkan. Okay, it was a flop. And another one, if you can see, the third one is actually from from Microsoft. Okay, they come out with Zune. That is competing with Apple's iPod. So this one is also a flop because the promotional efforts or the marketing activity strategies were confusing to the customers. So the customers could not see what are the benefits of Zune compared to iPod from Apple, and they're already familiar with Apple at that time. So these three products are only some of the big names that have introduced new products but fail. So here I would like to reiterate that market research is very important in any stage of business, either you are a small business or even if you are a huge name. Okay. So in innovation research, in technology and innovation research, we have this terminology. Okay, when you are introducing products, you have two ways of introducing product to the market. Okay, what we call is technology push versus market pull. So what is happening currently in universities, a lot of our products utilizes the concept technology push. So what we do is we conduct the research and development, okay, through research grants, and then we come out with a prototype, and once the prototype is okay, then we move to production. Then only we think how to market the product. Then only we think, oh, is there a need for this product in the market? So using technology push approach can be very risky because market research was not conducted in the first place to see whether or not the market wants the product or needs a product. But there are products that are suitable for technology push approach. For example, now currently semua orang sedang hangat untuk menerima vaksin. So vaccine is one of a very good example of technology push product because it's something that you need. Okay, it's the current needed thing, and not all there's very limited manufacturers or producers of the vaccine. So this type of product can or is suitable to utilize the technology push way, yeah. So, but what about other products? Okay, other products that have high competition out there. So what we need to do is actually the best way to do this is to conduct market research first. Okay, so we need to conduct a market research first. If you can see here, we go for market research so that we know what the market needs, okay, what are their problems, customer pains, and gains. Okay, so these are the wordings that we usually use in marketing, customer pains and gains. This is similar to needs and wants. Yeah. So what are the pains that they are currently experiencing? Ada tak kesukaran, something that they are experiencing that your product can help to ease that pain? Okay, so once you have that, you collect that, then only you conduct some research development, then go for production, and then only marketing. Okay, so in this way, there's lesser risk of the product not to be accepted out there. So it will increase the success rate of the new product introduction. Okay, so now let's look at the reasons, the main reasons why market research should be conducted. So I have already summarized some in my previous slides, but these are the top 5 reasons. And if you can Google, there are some indicating there are 7 or 10 or many other reasons. Okay, but I have summarized it into the top 5. So number 1 is through market research, organizations or people conducting research that are going to come up with innovation and technology, they can spot new business opportunities or new opportunities for new innovations. Okay. So additionally, okay, when you conduct market research, it is also a platform for you to understand your customers. And when we say understand your customers, this include your current customers, if you already have a current customer, or you this is a platform for you to identify potential or even a new customer. When we say potential, maybe they are already in the loop, okay, they are already interested in your product. But when we say new customers, is how you want to convince people who are not interested in the first place with your product or don't even think of buying this product. So using market research, you can try and capture how to influence this type of customers. Okay, so the third one is risk and challenges. So when you conduct market research, you will also uncover what are the risks and challenges that that are available when you want to introduce a new product. So when you know that there are risks, you will come out with solution to solve your business challenge. So the fourth reason to conduct market research is you need to know who are your competitors out there. So everyone in business or even in research, if you want to come up with R&D or innovation or invention, you want to know what other people are doing and how your product or your innovation can be better than them. Okay, once you already know that, you also want to figure out how you want to promote your product, how you want to sell the product. So what are the right advertisement and promotional materials? So if you don't conduct market research, then it's hard for you to understand this. And finally, if you are a business or even researchers, you would like to set up a strategic goal for your team members or for your company. Okay, so through market research, you will understand the customers, you will know the risks and challenges, you know who your competitors are, and you know what are the opportunities out there. And from all of this information, then you can help you to set realistic goals and develop effective strategies for your product development. Okay, now why or when, who or when should academics conduct market research? So for example, if you are a researcher, okay, you want to introduce new product, before you invest, before you apply for your grants, before you even start writing your research proposal, you can start doing a small market research. Okay, the market research can be, you know, observing your friends or your families that are having the pain that I mentioned earlier, yeah, customers' pain that you see, oh, if I introduce an innovation, this can help with that pain. Pain ni bukan sakit sebenar lah, ya. Ni pain ni macam kesukaran, something yang kita rasa macam dragging lah, kan? Okay, so once you already do a little observation, you do a small survey maybe that don't require a lot of resources lah. You can just observe from your friends, from your own experience. It will help you to plan your research, to plan your innovation, to plan your invention better, because you know that this is what is required out there. Okay. Or if you are currently a researcher who already have your product and now you want to promote your product, you want to market your product. So this is the right way or the right approach to come up with the promotional strategies for your product. But let's say if you are just you're a normal staff in UTeM, or you are a student, or maybe you are not thinking about your research. You're not producing any product or innovation. Should you also conduct market research? Yes, you can. So for example, CAES, for example, what are the other series that you are going to introduce in this Scholars Talk? Sekarang dah jadi 6, mungkin berapa lagi? So you can conduct a small market research to decide what programs to organize. Maybe not in the Scholars Talk, you can also do some market research to know what other programs that the staff needs. Yes, sometimes kita duduk di situ, kita tak tahu that is the needs because we already good in that area. But there are other areas that maybe other staff, they are not really well versed, and there are groups of people who are really good at that, and they can share the knowledge too. Okay, so deciding what programs to organize or deciding how to promote it. Okay, when you want to write a promotion for professionals, for students.
UTeM Dr. Jo.
Yeah.
boleh minta apa participant tulis tak? Simple. What are the things yang dia nak daripada CAES kat bawah kat chat tu.
Boleh.
Terus buat market research.
Yes. Okay. So let's use this opportunity. Good,
Yes.
Dr. Jaria. Maybe you
Yes,
can use this.
Because usually we will do it at the end of the year for next year training. So
Yeah.
this year training will be based on last year's training analysis. But it's okay. We will try to accommodate with this short analysis because everything is recorded so
Yeah.
that we can pick up from here.
All right. Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
So please, thank you so much, BM Jaria. So please utilize the chat box, ladies and gentlemen, and write if you have anything, any ideas on what are the trainings or programs that you want CAES to organize for you guys, okay? So that they will know that these programs will have participants, kan? Kita kadang-kadang buat susah nak dapat, tadi pun saya debar tadi kan, dapat 58 orang baru masuk kan? But then, okay, Alhamdulillah, ramai dah masuk ya, syukur ya. Okay, so, and at the same time, you can design your materials. So, contohlah kita nak hantar promotional materials to professionals, to industries. What are the key words that you should use when you want to send to maybe academics versus students? Yeah, there may be different types of design or we call it copywriting in your poster. So, when you conduct market research, you will understand more. And when your consumers or customers will put in their details, you will know, okay, this is how this group of age group ni macam ni, cara dia macam ni, ya. Age group yang macam ni. So that is the function of market research, to understand your market. And for faculties, for example, you want to advertise your courses. So sekarang ni UPU kita dah ada pengambilan melalui UPU, but there are some also seat kosong, and how you want to advertise these courses. Are you advertising it to the parents? Are the parents the one who decide what programs should their kids go for, or do they decide themselves, or the teachers? So you need to decide on different approaches of advertising materials, because there will be different people who are reading it, and they will have different mindsets of how they approach things. And it's not limited only to this sahaja, ada banyak lagi reason yang maybe you guys can also think about it, right? So use the chat box. Anything you want to put in, tiba-tiba terfikir ada idea, just use the chat box to give your opinions. So now let's see how large companies transform using market research. Okay. So tadi kita dah tengok there are some large companies that have unsuccessful in terms of introducing new products. But now let's look at those who are successful. Okay, so one is Lego. Okay, so Lego did some market research, and they found that their primary target market, or in their primary target market, only 9% are female. Okay, so when Lego found out about this, okay, they see this as an opportunity, okay, opportunity for them to introduce a new line of product. So they conducted a 4-year study, okay. So tu sebab social science ni kadang-kadang dia kena ambil masa sikit nak buat, because human change, okay. When we grow up, we will have a different mindset, different way of thinking, and when the surrounding change, macam sekarang zaman pandemic, okay, some of the activities that we conduct also change, okay, new norm, next norm, okay. So the study must utilize a suitable time frame. Okay, so this study involved 4-year study involving 3,500 girls and their mothers to attract female customers. And what they found out, okay, from the study, they introduced a new line called Friends. So if you can see here, and they punya character tu bigger, and if you can see dia ada ni accessories, ya. Kalau budak-budak perempuan dia memang sukalah main dengan accessories ni macam ni, cekak rambut dan sebagainya ni. So this one attracted the female or girls, and they increase in their market share in terms of female customers. And the next one, if you can see Apple. Okay, Apple is doing very well. Sebelum ni Nokia kan leading zaman 90s, late 90s. But then the market changed because of all this digital and smart technology. And Apple is leading and orang lain pun ke belakang. And why are they leading in this market? But now sekarang pun China Korea punya brands pun are quickly getting into the market share as well. So why? Because they have this research group called Apple Customer Pulse that continuously conduct online surveys for their customers. And since it is using an online platform, okay, it is easy for the customers to access because they already have the devices and they link the online survey in their devices, and the online survey is very attractive. So the consumers, the customers have fun when they answer the surveys. So from that surveys, a lot of their products have been improved to include all of these suggestions. So for example, sekarang kita nampak pun Apple a lot going for the fit things, macam ada apa ni, jam ni dan sebagainya lah. And now we are going for online gaming. So they created a larger screen to accommodate that for their customers. Okay, so the next one is Mcdonald's. This is also a very popular brand ahead of their market, and but then in the 90s and early 2000s as well, they are facing backlash from the consumers because they say that McDonald's is bersalah lah kerana a lot of people have become obese because eating McDonald's, and this leads to a lot of other penyakit-penyakit lah yang related to obesity. So then how can McDonald's improve their image? So by doing ongoing market research, and this resulted in changing part of their menu to include healthier alternatives such as apple slices. And kalau sekarang pun kalau kita pergi McDonald's sekarang, kita boleh change kita punya fries kepada jagung kan, and they will pamerkan all of the khasiat tu, macam calories apa-apa yang ada dalam setiap menu dia, so that people will have options to choose from. Okay, all right. So next, another question for the group. Oh, saya dah nampak ada question. How do we adopt academic career strategy? Boleh saya tengok dulu saya tengok satu soalan ni dulu. Okay, how do we adopt the market research philosophy in academic career strategy? Our research area field must be marketable. Okay, good. So I will simpan dulu soalan ni, TS Dr. Fuad, a very good question. Once I show you the tools, maybe you will have a little bit of idea. And if you still have some questions, kita akan address that question, boleh Okay, so before that, let's have a guess again. So there's a survey that has been conducted in consumers across UK, USA, and Australia, and they found a certain percentage of consumers that say businesses should be carrying out market research especially during these uncertain times. How many percent do you think consumers feel that businesses should be carrying? Berapa orang responden rasa businesses should be carrying out market research? Berapa percent? Out of 100%, berapa persen yang ada pandangan ini? Boleh tolong type di chat box? Ada idea? 50%, okay, maybe others? 95? Dia dah ambil jawapan tadi Dr. Khairul. Okay, next. Ada lagi? Maybe one more? Anyone wants to guess? Alright, thank you so much. Kali ini, Encik Ideal, dia jawab dekat sikit. So a resounding 86% felt that businesses should be carrying out market research. Why? Okay, kenapa kita rasa kenapa consumers rasa businesses should carry out market research? So banyaklah reason, kita boleh tengok tadi reason ada 5 tadi, dan juga pelbagai lagi reason yang lain. Okay, thank you semua yang telah menjawab. So let's see currently in the pandemic situation how market research has helped big names as well. So semua orang familiar tak Airbnb? Are you familiar with Airbnb? Siapa yang tak familiar boleh tak tulis dalam chat? Cakap tak. Sebab kalau ada yang tak, baru saya explain. macam tak ada. Macam semua faham Okay, but Airbnb ni kalau secara ringkasnya, dia offer your homes people can offer their homes for siap jadi host lagi Afika, good job mungkin boleh share nanti experience okay, so people can become a host they can offer their house or their home to other travelers who wants to travel in a low cost. Okay, so basically macam hotel tapi bukan hotel yang organizer, dia orang biasa pun boleh jadi. But then bila jadinya pandemic, people cannot travel and people pun kena duduk rumah. So how can Airbnb survive this? Okay, so they conducted market research and they do observations, a lot of observations, and people are staying at home and they are bored or they are stressed, they are depressed. So what they do is they change their business focus to become a lifestyle platform, and they host online events with modest fees. Okay, so maybe people can lawat rumah-rumah ni, what they are doing, cooking demonstration, buat meditasi lah, art therapy, magic show, songwriting, and a lot of other things, virtual tours and many more. So kita pun tahu during pandemic ramai orang pick up masak kan, sampai ada group masak pun, sampai mantan PM kita pun sebut kan, masak apa tak jadi and all that. So this is actually an opportunity. A lot of other people also go into cooking and go into YouTube to share their cooking and dah dapat duit pun kan yang hari tu saya tak ingat the nama So people are starting to bake. People are doing crafts, arts and crafts, and so on. So these are the opportunities that these big names have found. Okay, the next one is Spotify. So Spotify, but I think a lot of us are familiar. So basically they offer free music through their platform. And how do they get revenue from this is from advertisement. Okay, so because when you offer free music, tengah-tengah dengar lagu sedap tu, keluar pula advertisement. Kita terpaksa dengan advertisement tu, tak boleh skip. Okay, sebab kalau kita nak boleh skip atau tak dengar, kita kena bayar fee dekat Spotify. So Spotify will get their revenue from the advertisement. But then when pandemic happens, a lot of companies are not doing well, and lesser companies are advertising in Spotify. So what they see is ada opportunity bila artis-artis pelakon penyanyi tak boleh buat persembahan, tak boleh buat konsert, tak boleh berlakon. So what these artists do is they become podcaster. Okay, dia buat podcast lah. Okay, bercakap dalam macam radio tapi dia produce sendiri So what Spotify found out that this is an opportunity, so they sign exclusive podcast deals with celebrities and they expand their business to podcasts. Okay, so this is how they bertukar dalam pandemic. Alright, so before we go to the practical side, boleh tak kita ambil masa sikit to chill and to just do a little test. You can use your phone or you can also, kalau nak klik macam mana, saya share dekat ni, dekat link, dekat chat Okay, just do this a very short test to see what brain is dominant for you. Boleh cuba sekejap, and kalau siapa dah siap boleh terus share left or right. Dia akan keluar percentage berapa persen left and berapa persen right. Kalau ada yang dah siap, boleh terus share dekat chat box. Which side of brain is more dominant for you? if I can share mine, I'm actually 69% left brain. Okay. So mine is more dominant in the left side. Okay, left. Puan Ratna, thank you. Oh, Dr. Nusaibah is right brain. Good. Quite balanced too, situ. Okay, Afika, 59 left. Okay, Dr. Khairul, of course, left, 75. Dr. Farah, 59 right. Okay, what is your field, TS Dr. Farah? If you can share. Dr. Farah Nadia, IT. Okay. Wow, that's a very good one. Thank you, Afif. And Dr. Baya, thank you. Najah Sharina. All right. So keep on sharing. What we can see here is, I think all of you pun dah banyak dah pernah test ni sebelum ni. And we will change through time as well. Like myself, I really think I am a right brain. Saya rasa saya right brain because I'm emotional. I rasa I'm quite emotional. I also like to imagine things. Ya, masa kecil-kecil tak ada mainan sangat. So what I do is I like to play alone lah. So setiap watak dalam permainan tu saya buat suara-suara watak tu sebenarnya main sorang-sorang. Okay, so I think that I'm focused on art and creativity, but actually a lot of my brain is on the left side. So these are your personalities based on the side of your brain. So what this activity tells us is, when we conduct market research, we need to think that our customers have different ways of looking into your promotional materials. Okay, some people are more in the logical side. They like percentage, they like facts. Okay, they want to see what's in it from them. But if they are more in the right side, okay, contohnya iklan Petronas mesti meleleh air liu kan, meleleh air liu pula air mata kan. Kalau apa tu apa iklan-iklan yang touching je, baru je nampak kucing, kalau siapa yang suka kucing, mesti akan klik. Okay, contoh macam tu or they are more to the imagination. So the type of advertisement that you need to do is more to something that is very artful. Okay, yang gunakan macam-macam apa nama tu, effects. So macam tadi TS Dr. Farah tadi, I think a lot IT kita fikir macam logical, perlu logical, but then I think you need also to have a lot of this art and creativity, because when you are designing programs atau apps, I'm not sure what really your field is, but I'm guessing when you are designing things, you need to have a lot of imagination compared to macam Dr. Khairul kan, very dominant in the left one because you are more in the engineering field. How about equally balanced? Oh, bagus ni ideal. Saya tak pernah jumpa lagi tapi okay. Ada kot. Ya, baguslah. Balance is good. Dia ikut mood di hari tu lah agaknya. Kalau hari tu dia more to the left sikit lah bila dia baca. Okay, but I'm not an expert in psychology. So mungkin more research needs to be conducted. That is just a very basic one. Okay, now kita will go to the how, okay, the application part. So please be informed that this is a very initial punya introduction to market research, but you can utilize this in your daily life because this is a very validated tool for us to use. But if you are involved in to make decisions, or millions of ringgit punya decision, then you need to have a more thorough market research punya approach, okay? So basically this is just to refresh you. Tadi slide yang awal-awal saya dah tuliskan the common types of research techniques, but I just want to refresh you. So the first one, before you want to capture the information to use this tool, you have to conduct some of these techniques. Salah satu atau gabungan beberapa. Okay, so you need to conduct surveys. For example, surveys is suitable when you want a general opinion and it should have a large number of respondents. Kalau 3 orang je, dia tak panggil survey lah. Mungkin itu kita panggil focus group. Sebab survey ni dia kena something, orang engineer lagi pandai lah ni. Maksudnya kita kena buat sampai numbers tu tak boleh kita contest lagi. Okay. So for interviews, when you want in-depth opinion, okay, so for example, you want opinion of the experts, or you want to the opinions of an avid gamer, for example, avid gamer, dia memang tiap-tiap tahun mesti masuk main e-sports, for example. So tak ramai orang yang macam ni. So you can interview this type of people because you can get in-depth punya opinion. So what about if you want in-depth but from a group of people? Macam tadi kita nampak Lego kan. So Lego dia ada juga utilize focus group to capture the opinions of the mothers and also the kids. So if you use observation, you can also use observation. Observation ni boleh jadi betul-betul kita observe menggunakan mata kita, kita lihat, or you observe in terms of you ask them and dia akan ceritalah cara dia gunakan certain produk, apa masalah dia, you observe macam mana. Contohnya orang cleaner membersihkan ruangan, mungkin dia kata susah nak reach ceiling, for example. So you observe from a few activities and then you can come up with a conclusion of what product or innovation that you can introduce to the market. Okay, so now this is what I want to introduce to you. There's two things, but this one is an overview. I will not go into detail in marketing campaign model canvas. I will go into detail in value prepositions. Okay, so marketing campaign ni kena ada satu slot tersendiri untuk explain setiap ni. But this one is actually you can use, kalau guys nak use for your yearly punya events pun boleh. Maksudnya how you strategize what type of programs that you want to propose. So what are the key activities in that programs? For example, kita tengok sebelah kiri dulu what are the problems first, the pain points ataupun issues lah yang customers dah cakap lepas kita collect data tadi and then what are the key activities that you want to introduce. Key metrics ni ada tak nak ukur, contohnya selalu kita buat dekat survey last kan, before and after, ada tak skill kita meningkat. So what are the metrics that you want to measure? Maybe daripada dalam event tu ada sedikit assignment ke, contohlah ada cost structure ke, contohnya ada budget tak, apa projected ROI, maybe TNCA kata okay nak berapa orang yang kompeten dalam sekian-sekian. So how do you translate that in terms of your ROI? Okay, how do you want to promote your content? So sebelah kanan is more to promotion how you want to promote channels kadang-kadang kita kata WhatsApp, Facebook sikit je, but in marketing you have to use a lot semua channels if you have the money, but if not you can have options juga yang free channels prospects or personas and dan lain-lain. So but before you can decide on the left side and the right side punya elements, the most important is the value prepositions. Value preposition ni apa sebenarnya? So value preposition is actually the values that you want to offer to your customers. Okay, contohlah kita kata beli pen, pen hitam satu. But pen ni semua orang jual. Tetapi pen you adalah pen yang takkan habis dakwat selama-lamanya. Isi air je, dia terus keluar dakwat. Contoh. So that will be your value preposition. No need to buy new pen. Tapi kesian dekat you lah, you takkan dapat customer lagi. Sebab sekali je dia beli kan. So some products kan, dia punya cara, dia saja buat dia ada tempoh. Okay. Sebab bila dia ada tempoh, dia dah tak boleh pakai, masa tu orang akan beli. Saja buat rosak cepat sebab orang akan beli selalu. Ada juga itu sebagai satu value proposition kepada company lah, bukan kepada orang. Jadi value proposition ni is good for companies or for organisation or departments to have one big value proposition for your whole company, for your whole department, and then you setiap event tu pun you boleh ada marketing campaign them by themselves. Okay, sebab dia boleh tengok secara besar dan dia boleh tengok juga secara spesifik kecil-kecil. So I'm going for value proposition canvas. So value proposition canvas ni is a tool how you want to come out with your value proposition. Okay, kita nampak ada banyak kadang-kadang kertas kerja dibentangkan dekat UTeM, ada effort, adalah pembentang tu kadang dia buat BMC business model canvas, dia letak value proposition. Tapi bila kita baca, that is not a value proposition statement. Value proposition statement ni is what we can offer you. So ayat dia mesti dah ayat macam ayat penyata lah. We will offer the best course that is fully online and accredited accredited by MQA. Tu value proposition contoh yang kita nak offer. Okay, tapi sebelum kita we can introduce that value proposition statement, we need to decide first. Okay, what does the customer want? What do we want to offer? And what are the products and services? After we have completed this canvas, then only we design the value proposition statement. Okay, so kalau kita lihat sini, value proposition canvas, we have two sides. One is value proposition on the left side. This is from our side, the ones that is going to offer something, and on the right side is the customer side, where we collect the data. Okay, kita kena cepat sikit, tinggal 10 minit kan. Okay, so I will explain a little bit. So on the right hand side, okay, the ni customer apa itu customer gains? So customer gains is when customer becomes happy if they have that. Itu customer punya gains. What is job to be done? Job to be done ni ialah what do they need to do? What do they need to achieve? Okay. What are customer pains? Pains ni trouble when they encounter when doing their job. Okay. Sekarang ni kita kata customer pun doing their job. Contoh kalau kita kata I want to go to the office. That is actually job to be done. Okay, want to go to the office, nak kena drive. Dia punya pain adalah tak ada public transport contohnya, ataupun public transport not reliable. So the gains would be I want a reliable public transport that I can rancang perjalanan. Okay, so itu contoh yang mudah. So bila kita dah collect data, or organizations already collected their data, they will translate customer job, pains and gains to gain creators, pain relievers and product service. So dia bercakap sesama dia lah ni sebenarnya. Okay. Gains akan go for gain creators or pain relievers as well. So pains juga boleh solve dengan pain relievers, dan job akan di-solve dengan products and services yang kita nak offer. So but please be informed that apa yang you collect, okay, whatever that tuan-puan collect for your data, tak semestinya kita kena offer semua benda. Okay, sebagai orang yang offer produk, okay, kita boleh pilih lah setakat mana yang kita nak offer. Alright, so saya nak bagi satu macam case study. Siapa yang nampak ni? Siapa yang tahu situasi ni? Ini adalah contoh customer pain during the pandemic. What can you see here? Okay, nanti saya jawab soalan ni. Does it reflect how much yeah, mungkin juga or maybe not. They just design that way lah. Yang tadi untuk Dr. Farah tadi. Okay, siapa yang nampak ni? Siapa yang nampak? Okay, panic buying, lelaki beli barang keperluan, yes. Apa lagi? Ada ambil gambar lagi kat ujung ni kan? Betul ke ni terung? Contohnya lah kan. Ada terung pun ada yang panjang, ada yang bulat kan? Yang bulat sedap masak lain. Okay, yes, seeking for correct product. And when the person who usually buy the products cannot go to buy the product kan, masa zaman hanya seorang je boleh pergi kedai, alright? So this is customer pain lah, macam tengok brother ni dia tengok list, yang brother tengah pula lagi lah, tak tahulah apa benda nak beli kan, beli kan kena marah balik kan, ataupun yang ni okay lah video call lah, okay, so these are actually pains of the customers. So now keluar pula example of pain relievers in our social media. I think all of us pun dapat ni dalam WhatsApp group, dalam FB, and also taken this from the WhatsApp group. So sebelah kanan ni, kalau saya yang fail. Ya, sebab saya ikan memang fail sikit lah. Hanya kenal certain ikan saja, tapi usually kita tengok nama dekat bawah tu, lepas tu okay lah, kita teka je lah ni sedap masak apa macam tu But my husband lebih terror pilih ikan. So that's part settle. Okay. And then this one sayur. Sayur ni memang betul lah kena bagi guide sebab sometimes the husband tu tak suka makan sayur. Ni saya buat general statement je lah Sometimes tak betul But then ni dikeluarkan oleh Adela. Adela ni dia terkenal dengan apa? Kalau ada ketumbar dengan daun sup, betul. Ada juga yang tak kenal bayam dengan kangkung surprisingly. Ya, kita rasa untuk saya senang nak kenal tapi ada juga orang yang tak kenal. Okay. Alright, so Adila ni yes, minyak masak, butter, okay, barang-barang baking. So Adila juga menggunakan situasi ni, situasi pandemik ni to product placement. Ini kita panggil product placement lah. Product placement ni dia ambil peluang, dia letakkan brand dia di luar, tetapi dia ada message lain. Selain message lain, sebenarnya dia nak promote produk dia. Tapi dia menggunakan situasi itu untuk promote produk dia. Dan dia bagilah message yang orang akan download. But at the same time, orang nampak Adila. Okay? So, how can we buat? We use that pain to conduct or to create a value proposition to solve that problem. Kejap, saya alih dulu chat box saya ni. Okay, so now let's create a VPC 4, Value Proposition Canvas for Grocery Shopping Experience during MCO. What are the customer jobs? Okay, boleh tulis dalam chat box apa yang kita kena buat masa kita nak pergi grocery. Tujuan kita pergi grocery shopping tu. Apa tujuannya? Okay, kita perlu buat satu list. Okay, tujuan membeli barang sebelum kita buat list, betul dah tulis. Untuk apa kita pergi beli barang? Needs, okay, nak dapat makanan for the family. Okay, good. So here, you want to buy food, you want to plan your meals, and at the same time, you want to manage your ringgits and cents. Okay, so kalau lah wife yang selalu pergi, wife yang jaga finances, mungkin if the husband then have to go, dia akan ambil pula brand-brand yang mahal atau brand tak sedap. Certain brand ada, biarlah dia mahal tapi dia sedap. Contohnya kalau saya particular kicap manis lah, nak hab-hal juga contoh, ataupun nak kalau bukan hab-hal jalin, okay, jalin boleh. So something macam tu. Yes, ada orang kata Nutella, tak nak brand yang Gardenia punya kan. Dan macam-macam lah. Okay, let's go for pains. Apa pain kita bila kita nak membeli masa MCO? Apa pain yang kita lalui? Yang susah, yang selalu. Cari parking, betul? Lepas tu apa lagi? SOP lagi? Goris-goris parking kan? Tak pakai apps lagi lah tu. Dr. Khairul, beratur panjang, okay? Alright, so mari kita tengok This is some yang I dah buat lah. Long lines, ya. Unsure what's on sale. Kadang wife marah, kenapa beli yang ni mahal, belilah yang ni tengah sale. You cannot find the item, tak tahu nak beli apa. Okay, so tiba-tiba cik suami broccoli RM16, betul Okay, so then what are the gains? Apa yang kalau benda ni ada, kita seronok bila kita pergi grocery shopping masa MCO. Boleh share anything that you think that kalau lah ada ni masa awal-awal MCO mungkin sekarang benda tu dah ada sekarang. Okay, ada apps, good. What else? What else will help you kalau you tengok dekat sini? Long lines, can't find item, unsure delivery, okay? So let's have a look. Alright, great access to items, betul, personal shopper, convenience, yes. Quality, we want quality product, tak naklah ikan mata dah merah. Delivery options and maybe self pickup options. Yes, good, thank you. Alright, now bila kita dah collect data tadi tu lebih kurang aktiviti saya buat ni macam collect data lah ni. Saya tanya from a group of respondents and I collect the data. Kita andaikan saya collect betul-betul dan saya barulah design, okay? Tapi sebenarnya saya dah ada jawapan tu dan ada So basically the step is you have to conduct a little market study. Now imagine you are going to propose a product based on yang kita dah buat ni, based on the customer jobs, customer pain and customer gains, okay? So basically, for example, gain creators tadi dah ada pun orang jawab. You can create a mobile app. Okay, or maybe ready to cook items. Yang ni kita akan offer. Sometimes customer tak cakap dalam tu, but as someone who are offering the product or service, kita boleh tambah pula gain creator yang lain yang mungkin kita nampak dari situ ada tersiratnya. Sibuk dengan PDPR, sibuk dengan meeting pagi hingga petang hingga malam So nak masak pun tak sempat nak siang ikan. So kalau sampai ikan tu dah siap potong, terus tumis je. Bawang pun saya nampak sekarang ni zaman orang dah siap jual dalam botol bawang dah blend, cili dah blend. Okay. What else? The gain creators home delivery or even self pickup area or window So the pain reliever will be items on sale list. Kita tahu yang mana on sale. You check for the price first. Jangan beli broccoli RM16 You can do self checkout, so tak payah long lines. Kita check out dekat apps dulu, kita datang dan pick up sahaja. Okay, or you can also have product list with suggested menu. So sometimes maybe satu lagi masalah tengah hari ni nak masak apa, kan malam nak masak apa. So if you know that, okay, currently ikan mabung tengah sale, fresh. So okay, ikan mabung sedap apa. So dalam apps kita dah ada dah list ikan mabung sedap untuk goreng saja ke, kan, masak sambal ke. Contoh dia boleh bagi idea kepada bakal pembeli. And then dia boleh link pula dengan sale item lain. Contohnya cili. Bila kita katalah, okay lah saya nak lah masak sambal. So dia terus list kat bawah tu. Kalau you nak beli cili, you nak beli belacan ke, you nak beli bawang. Okay. So, what are the products that we are offering? It's actually apps for grocery shopping. Okay, food preparation option, ini service yang kita nak offer, dan juga items purchase list. This is actually an element inside the app. So macam tadi Spotify, contoh kita dah dengar lagu, kita boleh simpan dia dalam satu list, and the next time kita boleh dengar list tersebut, and Spotify will also suggest what are the types of music that is sesuai dengan cita rasa you. So kalau kita guna konsep tu, kita boleh letak items purchase list so that the next round, contoh you beli untuk setiap 2 minggu, tak payah buat list dah. Kita just boleh tengok apa yang kita dah beli last week atau last 2 weeks, dan kita tengok je dekat rumah kita yang ni ada lagi ke tak ada. So tak payah dah satu persatu. So if you have that for your consumers, then it will make their lives easier. I think dah banyak yang macam ni. Kalau kita tengok Tesco pun dia dah ada, Happy Fresh dah ada, dan dah macam-macam lah. But this is just a very simple activity so that you can capture your idea. So I hope tadi siapa TS apa tadi yang tanya. Okay, kalau ada lagi soalan yang berkaitan boleh tanya, no problem. Okay, saya nak tanya satu soalan. Ni apa? Ada tak siapa-siapa kenal? Siapa yang tak kenal? Apa ni? Kenal tak? RM50 kan? Okay, so RM50 fulus, yes. What can you buy nowadays with RM50? Ada tak? Ada value tak RM50 ni? Ada kan? Kalau isi minyak dapat berapa takuk agaknya? Dapat juga. Okay. How can we earn? Senang tak nak earn RM50? Mudah tak? Berapa jam kita kena kerja? Kan? Berapa jam kita kena, kalau macam Najah Sharina, saya nampak dia ni entrepreneur dan juga ex-student kita, MBA. So, berapa banyak paket nasi biryani kena jual nak dapat untung RM50? Contohnya. Okay, is it easy for us to earn? 8, betul? Dan 8 pun mengambil masa lama untuk prepare, kan? So, do you want to know the easiest way for you to have an opportunity to earn RM50 today? Nak tahu tak? Yes. Jom, join quiz saya. Okay, so you will have the opportunity to participate in this quiz and a chance to win RM50. So siapa yang ada dalam ni, insyaAllah kalau rezeki dekat you, boleh dapat RM50. Tapi ada syarat. Okay, there will only be one winner. The quiz will only open for 5 minutes bila saya kata go. Okay, dan 5 minit dia akan tutup. The winner will be chosen randomly from the list of participants, and the chosen winner must answer all questions correctly. Okay, so dalam tu ada quiz. Okay, soalan dia mudah. Tetapi saya rasa insyaAllah ramai yang akan jawab betul semua. Jadi dari yang betul semua, kita akan pick seorang secara random untuk menang RM50. Ada orang cakap sagu hati kek Kek PM tepi Okay, so faham tak syarat dia? Kalau faham, saya ambil masa 5 minit moderator untuk buat ni. Lepas ni dah nak tamat dah. Ni last Okay, semua dah ready? Dah ready ke? Boleh type ready. Kalau ready, saya akan share QR code. Okay, banyak dah ready tu. Okay, ready? 5 minutes from now, saya buat timer dulu. Okay. Kejap. Winner pula dah Sekejap. Sekejap. Nanti dulu belum start. Okay. From now. Silakan.
Assalamualaikum, Anjali. Boleh dengar?
Ya, boleh.
Okay, so sekarang dah pukul 11 tapi actually kalau katakan in fact our session will be until 11:30. Kalau nak buat Q&A pun boleh ataupun ada certain topik that Anjali nak elaborate sikit pun boleh. So tu pulang.
Baik,
So
baik.
we will try to end our session around 11:30.
Okay, good. So selepas ni saya akan umumkan pemenang, lepas tu kita buat summary dan saya akan buat Q&A lah. Thank you.
Ni semua tengah bergegas ni nak dapat RM50 ni. Kalau kita buat kelas macam ni, student memang apa semua aktif ya.
Tapi kalau student, dia lain-lain lah, hadiah kena pelbagai.
Ya betul. RM50 tu kena bagi 5 ke lah.
Hamper lah selalu, kita bagi hamper, nanti dia buka makan ramai-ramai kan, kalau boleh jumpa face to face.
Itulah. It's a good idea juga. I think kalau macam bagi macam voucher, grab food ke apa ke kan. Let's say something now kita student
Sometimes
RM10
kita
pun
pun
jadi.
pakkan dengan event faculty kan. Kita buat event, so usually kita panggil student class juga. So hadiah-hadiah tu boleh lah kalau sometimes banyak lecturer pun dia guna duit sendiri je pun. Sometimes beli coklat kan. Tapi sometimes kita pairkan dengan aktiviti pelajar lah.
Kalau during this macam online classes, remote classes macam mana PNJ ni conduct?
Ni pun kawan-kawan saya juga ajar. Dia pakai touch and go e-wallet. Kadang-kadang kita bagi RM10. Tengoklah kalau itu sendiri punya poket lah. But sometimes kalau yang ada dekat Melaka, hari tu saya buat hybrid kan. Kita bawa coklat. Tapi kesian yang dekat online lah. Yang masa sempat hybrid sekejap tu.
Okay. If you don't mind, ada berapa minit lagi? Ada berapa minit lagi?
2.4 minutes.
Okay, saya ada maybe one short question lah kalau nak keep it towards the end.
Boleh.
Actually kalau kita nak buat market research ni, this principle can be applied bukan semesti nak marketkan produk saja kan.
Yeah, betul.
It can be applied to, for example, curriculum design. For example, kita kena buat market research on the students' needs. Banyaklah. I think this domain knowledge is very applicable to many kan. I mean across the board kita punya kerja di UTeM lah.
Betul.
So actually what is the biggest challenges lah kalau katakan PMJ ni face if you want to do a proper market research. And kalau katakan secondly in terms of tools kan, macam what are the tools that you normally use macam untuk buat survey, interview, focus group, observation, apa tools yang jadi is online, kadang-kadang kita tak boleh buat this market survey face to face kan.
Yeah.
So what are the commonly used and you rasa tools yang tool set yang you rasa berguna lah untuk pensyarah gunakan as market research punya activity.
Okay, very good question tu. So kita masih ongoing, kalau research kita during MCO ni kita masih ongoing dan saya juga baru siap buatkan market research untuk NSB sekarang dah tukar nama UHSB kan. Dia nak buat satu, kalau I think you guys pun pernah dapat code survey tu. Tapi kita punya cabutan bertuah belum boleh on lagi, tapi sekarang kita dah boleh on balik sebab kedai dah buka. Kita nak buat cabutan bertuah. So kita buat online survey dan online focus group. Online survey insya-Allah saya rasa tak ada masalah sebab semenjak sebelum MCO pun banyak social sciences pun dah guna dah online survey platform sebab bila kita nak numbers kan. Tapi cuma dia punya drawback dia adalah setback dia, setback dia adalah sometimes dia bukan the right respondents lah. Bila kita send tu, kita dah viral, tiba-tiba orang yang jawab tu bukan the right. So tugas researcher adalah untuk kena screening pula lah, kita tak nak outliers dekat dalam tu. So untuk challenge utama adalah untuk orang jawab survey lah. So basically orang tak nak jawab sebab survey social science dia kata kalau research lah berjela-jela sebabnya kalau kita nak test satu faktor, contohnya saya nak tahu apa yang menyebabkan orang gembira dengar talk CAES. Perkataan gembira sahaja kita kena ada at least 5 set of statements. Itu paling minimum lah. 5 yang reflect happiness ataupun gembira tadi lah. Kalau kita kata adakah you berpuas hati, ada second soalan pula, berpuas hati pun kena ada 5 atau lebih statement. So contohnya, dah habis timer Tak
Okay,
apa,
time.
saya
Okay,
bagi
we'll
chance.
continue. Continue. Alright.
So maksudnya kalau kita buat survey tu, kita nak dapatkan orang jawab sebab kita perlu numbers. So basically minimum 300, 400, 500 ke atas lah. Dan kalau focus group yang kita punya pengalaman buat masa MCO ni, kita tak dapat tengok gesture orang lah. Sebab kalau focus group ni, bila orang tu duduk, mimik muka dia, badan, body language dia, itu semua memainkan peranan. So kita punya cabaran bila buat focus group melalui online, orang tutup kamera ke kan, kita pun tak tahu dia punya mimik muka lah. Okay, nanti saya boleh sambung lagi ya.
Okay, boleh.
Okay,
Thank
so
you very
kita
much. Okay.
tutup dulu survey ni.
Announce winner.
Kita announce dulu winner. Okay. Sekejap,
Drum
yes.
roll.
Saya unshare dulu. Lepas tu share balik kan sebenarnya. Sekejap. Okay, bagi saya beberapa minit untuk saya tengok kat responses dekat sini. Ada 27 orang dah jawab. Thank you so much. Okay, nama pun dah ada. Saya akan tutup phone number semua. Saya akan tutup dulu data you all. Saya dia bila orang tengok kita buat dia jadi nervous tiba-tiba
Yeah.
Jadi macam tak boleh tekan. Kejap sabar bagi saya masa sikit. Okey, boleh.
Okay, sementara tu participant kalau ada apa-apa nak tanya boleh
Ya.
type dekat chat box tu kalau ada something ataupun maybe this is as a scholar talk, a very short 1.5 hour, tapi mungkin kalau ada peserta perlukan nak jadikan ini sebagai one of the CAES punya competency course, you can suggest dalam chat box lah. And as well nanti around 11:30 kita akan buka course feedback. Dalam course feedback tu ada juga letak soalan if you want to propose any other scholars talk, or you can propose any certain topic. For example, kalau katakan minta PM Juhaini conduct satu course yang just to explain the market campaign model saja, and then boleh macam tu PM Juhaini mungkin ada if ada demand lah. Maksudnya sekarang kita nak buat nak cari dia punya customer profile lah. If the customer like to CAES to arrange any further advanced course or scholars talk on one of the subtopic dalam scholars talk ni, feel free to do so dekat dalam post feedback and also dekat chat. Okay, ada soalan dekat bawah. Oh ya. Nak announce winner.
Kan kita announce winner dulu
Ya, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sekejap kita announce winner. So saya dah ada dalam Excel sheet ni kalau semua boleh nampak. Ada nombor 2, kita ambil nombor 2 sehingga nombor 28 orang yang menjawab. So saya akan guna random number generator untuk generate siapa pemenang dan kita kena tengok dia jawab betul semua ke tidak Baik. Kenapa 2.28? Sekali lagi kita
Maybe minta 2 nombor kan. You request for 2 random number bawah tu.
Sorry.
It's only one random number kan.
Nervous kan? Tadi dah testing. Okay, sekali lagi 27. Kita tengok 27. Farm Sufen dan dia menang 100%. So tahniah Dr. Farm, saya kenal. So alhamdulillah, thank you so much for participating. So yang the rest jangan sedih, mungkin kalau invite saya lagi mungkin ada lagi jawatan betul
Dr. Farm happy hour lepas ni.
Kalau CAES boleh sediakan hadiah lagi baik, kita boleh ada partisipan lagi ramai untuk collect. So, okay, saya share last kali dekat slide saya. Tanya Dr. Farm, nanti saya akan ambil details you Lepas tu you boleh cerita kat orang lah betul ke tak you dapat nanti kan tipu pula kan. Okay, so apa yang kita dah pelajari tadi? Actually, siapa yang tadi winner Dr. Farm Sufen from FPTT, thank you. Perasan tak? Siapa yang tak perasan? Ataupun semua perasan. Tapi sebab nak sangat RM50 kan, semua jawab je lah. You perasan tak saya tulis ni? By completing this quiz, you have given consent to be contacted to promote UTeM products and or services. Siapa perasan? Ataupun perasan tapi tak kisahlah, tak perasan. Kena game, Afika. Okay, lagi? Perasan, okay, good. Dr. Muzidah, bagus. Perasan, good. Okay, bagus. Tapi sebab apa you jawab juga? Sebab you nak chance for RM50. So ini sebenarnya salah satu cara, banyak cara lagi untuk kita nak dapatkan respondents. Sometimes kita offer hadiah, cabutan bertuah. Sebenarnya competition tu bukan untuk competition sangat. Dia nak collect database of the people yang answer the questions. So untuk CAES boleh juga jadikan ini satu mungkin amalan. Kalau bukan duit pun you boleh offer something untuk dapat orang jawab you punya survey. Kalau selalu dia guna dekan kan. So dekan terpaksalah sila staff, kita keluarkan list kan. So itu pun salah satu motivasi jugalah untuk orang jawab. Tapi sekiranya you nak very honest punya answer, very orang tu datang sebagai dia suka, so you can give some kita panggil token lah, okay, yang dia nak. Okay, alright, so last kali, sebenarnya tadi produk tu you tahu tak produk apa? Kalau perasan sebelum jawab ada 3 soalan yang tiba-tiba kan. Kita tanya pasal you nak beli kereta ke tak dalam 6 bulan next 6 months. Number 2 saya tanya apa you punya level of highest education. Dan nombor 3 adalah souvenir apa you suka beli. So nombor 1 tu actually kita saja-saja je saya sebenarnya tak ada siapa suruh pun. Saya saja collect untuk tahu kod-kod lah you all boleh jadi potential customer untuk beli plate number UTeM. Okay, nombor 2 adalah banyak yang dah dapat. Nombor 2 adalah kita nak promote program MBA FPTT. So kalau saya tengok you baru degree, kita boleh promote you lah. Nanti kita hantar email dekat you. Contoh lah itu contoh small lah. And then nombor 3 adalah kita nak come up dengan souvenir apa yang UTeM boleh jual kalau orang nak beli. Kita ada tapi mungkin orang tak nak beli. Okay, so itulah tapi kita selitkan dekat quiz sebenarnya data 3 teratas itu yang saya nak dan nombor handphone you dan email tu. Dan macam mana nak biar orang bagi kita nombor handphone? Kita kata ada hadiah sebab macam mana saya nak contact you kalau you menang. Kalau you tak bagi handphone you tak boleh menang lah. Okay, so contohlah mungkin boleh guna, boleh ubah ikut kesesuaian when you are conducting your own research. Okay, so to summarize, can I get from the floor, from the participants, maybe 5 key takeaway yang you dah pelajari daripada sini, daripada sesi hari ni, dan mungkin lepas tu saya pun akan tambah dengan Q&A nanti. Anyone? What did you learn today? Or apalah expose lah, kita nak kata learn sangat. What have you been exposed to today? Siapa nak share? Boleh share dekat chat box. Value proposition, okay, good. So to come up with a value proposition statement, kita kena collect data so that we know what the customer wants and our value proposition mesti meet the customer needs. Market research process, okay, thank you. Boleh dapat yang tu, alhamdulillah. Next, how to collect data tadi, ada tak siapa-siapa yang agaknya dah ada idea? How to collect your data from your consumer, from your potential participant for your programs. Ada lagi nak share? Saya nak 5, mungkin ada 3 lagi. Siapa-siapa nak suggest kepada pemenang kita, Dr. Farm? Dia menang tu sebab dia dah jawab full mark tadi. Dr. Farm, ada apa-apa nak share? Tak ada. Nakal lah Dr. Farm. Okay. Left, right, brain, okay. Tarik balik. Tarik balik kita buat cari winner lain lah. Okay, thank you Dr. Farm. When to conduct market research. Okay, thank you. So dah cukup 5. Thanks. So you can keep the answers coming so that CAES pun boleh simpan data ni. So from this saya gulungkan the important thing is, the main important thing is to understand your customers. Customers ni boleh jadi top management. Contoh bos kita. CAES is answerable to TNCA and NC. So you can use the value proposition canvas, the marketing canvas to letakkan TNCA dan NC sebagai your customers. Okay, so apa dia punya pains, apa dia punya job, and what can you offer as a department to help to ease the pains and job of your superior. Or you can also see your participants as your customers. Okay, you can also see your staff as customers. Kalau yang paling pengarah PM Jariah, boleh juga buat survey kepada staff. Mungkin ada apa-apa improvement. What are the customer pains? Mungkin yang kerja secara online macam mana? Apa kesukaran dan sebagainya. Sama juga dengan kita lah. Sebagai orang yang nak offer apa ni? MBA contohnya. Dalam ni ada tim-tim MBA saya. Kita tengah promote macam mana cara. Sebab dah sampai satu level tepu. Orang suka tapi we can expand more. So how can we understand the market and what are the current needs dan sebagainya. So once you have collected your data, from that you have to come out with solutions, come out with the strategies and map it out. Okay, map it out. And market research ni you have to do it continuously. You cannot do it only one time lepas tu 10 tahun baru nak buat lagi. Kerana market or the economy or the environment changes very rapidly, especially technology. Okay, so bolehkah kita buat Q&A dah dari saya?
Baik.
Dah selesai.
Okay, boleh.
Okay.
So now we like to take. Thank you very much. First of all, PM Juhaini. It was a very interesting talk. So we have around approximately 15 minutes before 11:30.
Okay.
So we are now going to take any questions. So feel free, guys. Tolong, if you want to, you can open your microphone, as well as you can open your video if you want to. Jika ada soalan, boleh bertanya sekarang kepada PM Dr. Ju.
Saya pun boleh tengok balik Mungkin kalau ada yang saya terlepas.
Ya, boleh.
Boleh tolong tuliskan balik pun tak apa. Tadi siapa TS mana tadi, saya tak ingat pula nama dia.
Dia tanya
Penjawab tak yang pasal jawab value preposition tadi? Tadi tak ingat
kalau
pula.
soalan daripada Afrika kata how long should we conduct the market research? Boleh publish ke resultnya?
Oh boleh. Boleh sangat. Tapi usually kita kena tutup lah data-data peribadi. Sebab Personal Data Act ni dia bila kita dah macam tadi kan, saya kata consent to promote UTeM products. So consent yang saya terima hanya untuk UTeM products sahaja. Kalau tiba-tiba saya promote pula perniagaan personal saya telah melanggar Personal Data Act lah. Okay, so itu paling penting. Macam juga kita buat exam kan. Sekarang ni online, bila student start menjawab je, dia terus bersetuju bahawa dia takkan meniru, dia takkan apa. So kita boleh guna konsep tu juga. And masa dia boleh jadi macam-macam. Dia boleh jadi 1 minggu. Katalah you kata, I need a really fast response. Tetapi bila fast response compared to yang 4 tahun, dia punya data tu berbeza lah. Kalau fast response mungkin data seperti kita nak tahu warna apa yang orang suka untuk kat poster. Contohlah kita nak keluarkan poster dah ni minggu depan. Buat survey sekejap 2-3 hari. So you dapat 10 orang, 15 orang, okay, terus boleh buat. So yang fast response you can do it in a short time. Okay, dengan decision dia tu bukanlah decision yang millions of ringgit, okay, but if you want a very thorough punya ni, it depends on your objective. So kalau you nak kata keluarkan produk baru, it can take maybe minimum 6 months lah kita kata. Kalau dalam social science, kita buat proposal untuk FRGS ke contohnya, usually kita allocate 6 months to collect and analyze the data.
Okay, there's another question by Dr. Farah. Dia kata, this concerning yang marketing campaign model canvas tadi tu.
Okay.
Kita ada block-block tu kan. Why do the blocks in canvas have different size? Dia wonder lah. Is it ada kaitan dengan how much information need to be placed inside each block?
Kalau based on experience, not necessarily, but it boleh link. Ya, sebab usually value preposition ni very short. Dia satu statement saja. Sebab saya pernah nampak juga orang buat sampai 2-3 statement ya. So elakkanlah, mungkin practice selama ni tak semestinya betul. So satu canvas usually just one value preposition so that we can answer that senang. Jadi kalau ada satu, yang lain tu sometimes panjang, dia punya ruang panjang tu sebab it depends on value proposition tu lah. Sometimes ada yang value jenis proposition tu dekat certain part tu dia akan panjang. Ada certain dia pendek. So tak semestinya ruang tu represent apa you nak isi lah. It's more to the value proposition itself.
So meaning that if I may ask lah, kalau katakan dia punya block-block tu, dia ada certain sequence ke kena fit in, need to fit in this first and then after that one.
Yes. Kita start dengan yang kanan lah sebab kita go for customers first.
Okay.
So tadi kita buat value preposition canvas yang gambar bulat dengan 4 segi. Start itu dulu. Dari situ kita come out dengan value preposition. So value preposition kita letak di tengah. Kalau saya share balik. Kejap kita letak dekat tengah. Jadi baru kita start pula buat kita punya marketing tadi. Okay, this one kan. Okay, kalau ni value preposition, sebelum kita buat apa-apa, kita mesti isi value preposition dulu. So, untuk isi value preposition, kita guna tool ni. Bila kita dah dapat statement kita tadi, mungkin kita dah collect untuk isi juga belah kanan dulu untuk the customers. Dan sebelah sini, how we want to address that lah. Usually kita start dengan customer dulu. So value preposition and then sebelah kanan. Sebelah kanan ni. But yang apa ni pakar-pakar marketing dalam wall ni FPTT pun boleh tambah kalau saya jawab tu kurang ke.
Okey doktor, ada satu dua soalan lagi. Okey, ada satu dua soalan lagi dalam chat box tu. Boleh saya bacakan ke ataupun doktor nak baca sendiri ke?
Yang mana? Saya dah
yang the last tu, the paling latest sekali. Kalau
so start the middle, expand the rest. Betul. Betul Dr. Farah.
Okay, and then yang atas tu ada juga daripada Dr. Farah dia mention yang apa nama itu? My question is, our UTeM University has a great expertise and good facilities and good location. Yet many international students, kita punya customer lah, still not aware of this great educational institute or not highly interested to join. Macam mana market research ni can help to attract this potential customer, talking about international students?
Betul. Saya setuju sangat sebab kita warga UTeM masih lagi ramai sebenarnya orang tak aware. So sebenarnya kita ada juga departments, macam contoh kita ada pejabat korporat we can pejabat korporat juga boleh buat dia punya market research because they are more dia tahu kan dia punya target market dia siapa. But then untuk target market program kita sendiri, mungkin fakulti lebih memahami. Jadi nak tak nak kita kena buat juga sendirilah. So for example lah, kalau kita cakap certain programs, master's program, saya boleh bagi contoh FPTT lah. Kalau MBA program compared to master technovation is different. Walaupun dua-dua master, tapi bila MBA ni memang well known worldwide, it is for working professionals. So bila working professionals, it's hard for them to take time off for their for their studies. So bila kita nak design kita punya curriculum, design kita punya jadual waktu, kita tak boleh buat waktu pejabat lah, contoh macam tu. So and then how we want to promote it, it will be different than yang master satu lagi or program degree. So program degree kita mesti level percakapan kita mungkin terpaksa ikutlah seperti student pelajar-pelajar sekolah contohnya. Bila kita kata hello kawan-kawan, contoh macam tu lah. Hai kawan-kawan, pernah dengar tak pasal UTeM? Compared tu kalau kita nak hantar ke industri, mungkin kita tak boleh guna ayat tu. Okay, mungkin kita boleh kata, are you stuck in your career? Do you want to enhance to climb the management level? So MBA is the answer for you. So tapi kalau students, kita kena buat something yang catchy untuk pelajar atau kita go for siapa yang dalam circle pelajar tersebut. Macam tadi saya katakan, mungkin cikgu dia yang buat decision, mungkin guru counselling, mungkin ibu bapa, mungkin dia punya kakak yang dah dekat UTeM. So to understand, you have to conduct the market survey. Maybe student yang dah masuk MHS ni take the opportunity buat satu market survey. How did you come to the decision to choose UTeM? Tapi kita kena berlapang dada lah. Ada FPTT pada bukan pilihan pun. Saya tak pernah pilih pun UTeM. Kita dah sebab orang lain dah reject. Tapi kita terima kerana kita tahu there's more that we can do. So adalah soalan susulan dalam tu. Bila dia dah mungkin tahun 2, buat lagi market survey. What is your experience now? How do you think that we can improve? Ada tak? You rasa ada yang mungkin dah seronok. Mungkin dia kata, okay, saya dulu bukan pilihan pertama saya. Tapi lepas dah lalu, so kita tahu we are doing something right. So that's why market research ni is a continuous process and different respondents will have different, kita panggil data lah untuk kita ya. Dia punya objektif tu bukan satu objektif untuk fit all lah. Sebab orang berubah, dia makin matang dan bila exposure juga akan mengubahkan cara dia view the questions. Hopefully that answers your question ya, Dr. Farah tadi. Thank you.
Okay, any other maybe one or two last question? You can write in the chat box. Kalau katakan nak open unmute your mic pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Silakan. Boleh macam ni?
Boleh, tak ada masalah. Kalau ada yang terlepas tadi, boleh tolong paste balik siapa-siapa tadi. If your answer, your question saya belum jawab, saya cari balik nama. PS apa tadi?
Assalamualaikum PMJ.
Ya saya, siapa tu? Oh Dr. Din, alamak. Pakar marketing juga
Tak,
bersuara.
saya impress lah dengan
Serius.
PMJ punya talk ni.
Thank
Saya
you.
cadangkan nanti mungkin second session kan, mungkin CAES boleh jemput PMJ narrow down kepada research. Bagaimana researcher boleh gunakan market research in the form of mungkin minimum viable product, MVB, dan macam mana researcher ni dia boleh terus trim down kepada market research ni dalam bentuk research. Sebab
Yes.
saya pun yelah tak berapa pandai benda-benda macam ni, mungkin saya boleh belajar lagi lah daripada PMJ, ada template ke kan, ada something yang bila kita buat research tu kita terus narrow kepada customer kita lah, kepada customer kita. Jadi bila kita hantar sama ada mana-mana grant lah, grant ke matching grant ke apa ke, dia very connected dengan industri yang nak tu ataupun community yang nak tu.
Yes.
Saya rasa tu mungkin boleh buat second session kot PMJ kita narrow on that. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Dr. Din ni being modest dia tu yang lebih bakar. Kita invite Dr. Din jugalah sekali So betul sebenarnya hari ni sebab tajuk yang diberi adalah introduction. Thank you so much Dr. Din. So saya pun tak nak go zoom yang very orang kata research yang theory and all that but if ada keperluan, dan saya rasa itu group tu pun tak perlu ramai orang yang betul-betul in need of writing a certain section sebelum buat grant ke, ataupun dia memang nak come up with a product, so we can have like a small group very hands on so that dia boleh terus apply for their proposal ataupun for their own product. Boleh, sebab hari ni tajuknya introduction, so dia more to overview dulu untuk memaham dulu kan, kenal-kenal dulu.
Yeah, that's why you have this just a scholar's talk. Basically, it's more like a sharing session lah.
Yes,
Share dulu in general. That perhaps kalau insyaAllah kalau kita akan plan for your future courses.
Yeah.
So that
So
on
participant open kan kali ni.
Yes, kali ni is open to all and the topic normally general. Although kita komponen kita research and module is intermediate, but yeah, this research can be anything, not necessarily technical research. It can be like educational research and maybe managerial research. It can be anything.
Yes.
So okay. Any other further question daripada participant before we close our session? Masa pun dah tamat. Any last one?
So okay, mungkin dari saya je. Kalau dalam ni ada participants yang mungkin nak specifically macam nak tanya tapi mungkin rasa tak sesuai kat sini, boleh je email saya atau WhatsApp lah. Boleh minta nombor telefon daripada Dr. Khairul, dan kita ada juga team di FPTT yang mungkin boleh bantu. Kalau bukan saya directly bantu you for your proposals ke matching grant kan, contohnya you nak buat market research, you nak buat survey for your potential customer, you just contact me and then I will, if I can help you, I will help you directly. But if not, kita akan bagi you kepada team yang sesuai lah. So no problem. Communication can still go on after this event.
Alhamdulillah.
That's
a very good spirit. Alhamdulillah. Itu yang kita hendakkan daripada kita punya scholars kita. So not only here kat sini, but willing to untuk continue to contribute to our staff, insyaAllah. So I think that's all for now. So before kita, so CAES would like to, on behalf of CAES, we would like to thank very much to PM Dr. Juhaini for spending 1.5 hours of your precious time to share on market research punya topik. So insyaAllah if you have any future punya session, either scholar's talk or training, competency training, we will surely insyaAllah to invite you insyaAllah if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
So, alright, so before we thanks again to PM Dr. Juhaini and thanks again to all participants for your active participation. And also, so before we wrap up, kita minta semua participant untuk turn on your microphone, turn on your camera, so we can have a quick photo session. Okay. So kami mohon semua peserta boleh turn on kan kamera masing-masing. Siapa yang dah ready tu boleh turn on kan. Nak buka mask pun boleh juga. Alhamdulillah tu.
Dekat office
Okay.
pakai mask tu.
Okay, Syam, please take over.
Okay, boleh open mirror.
Thank you so much for attending. Hari Jumaat kan, semalam cuti pula.
Okay, ready. Right, 1, 2, 3, senyum. Okay, sekejap. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, senyum. Sekejap ya, second slide. Ready, 1, 2, 3, senyum. Okay, thank you.
Alright, habis Syam? Okay.
Alright.
Okay, terima kasih. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khairul again kepada PN Juhaini. Semoga all this session we can take a lot of ilmu yang dipelajari semua tu kita boleh practice dan kita sampaikan insyaAllah. So with that, I would like to end this session. And before tu, just to remind our participant, you can now open your answer your course feedback survey in UTraining. For those yang tak register lagi, enroll lagi, please enroll dalam UTraining and then answer the course feedback. Dan insyaAllah kita akan isukan apa nama itu, CPD, HR akan isukan CPD dan kita akan isukan certificate of attendance in terms of electronic format dekat dalam UTraining ni lah. Once we have fulfilled the two requirement, which is the full attendance of the session as well as apa nama itu, kena isikan course feedback form tu. Okay, baik. So terima kasih banyak-banyak sekali lagi. Saya mewakili pihak CAES dan pihak Jariah semua dan pihak Dr. Mariam as a management team. Thank you very much for all participation. I hope you all enjoy and gembira and happy with this session. And insyaAllah we will try our best to continually improve our session and deliver to you the best training courses as possible insyaAllah. So with that, I would like to thank you all. Kita akhiri dengan surah Al-As dan tasbih kifarah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah. Al-As innal insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa amilus solihati wa tawassaw bil haqqi wa tawassaw bis sabr. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.